notes. Tak sure. Attendance Esther.
Kalau Zainah cakap dia dengar tu, boleh small talk lah dulu Zainah. Kalau nak cakap sikit-sikit.
Okay. Right, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. And a very good morning to all. How are you? Hope everyone is doing well. Okay. So, for today, we are going to continue with paper 2, section C. We have a summary and also novel. So for the first part, I'm going to do summary. I'm Nur Zahira binti Zubair from SMKA Sultan Azlan Shah, and the second part, the novel part, will be conducted by my friend Puan Nur Hanim. So today we are going to look at summary. Okay, do you still remember how many marks for summary? Or before that, if you have any question to ask, please turn on your camera and also microphone so that you can ask question. Or the other way is you can type your question in the chat box at the chat box here, okay, on your right. Okay, I think you better start now. So this is summary. Okay. Preparing to write. To write a good summary, it is important to thoroughly understand the material you are working with. Here are some preliminary steps in writing a summary. First, skim the text, noting in your mind the subheadings. If there are no subheadings, try to divide the text into sections. Consider why you have been assigned the text. Try to determine what type of text you are dealing with. This can help you identify important information. To determine what type of text, we have facts, we have story, okay, for the summary. And then second, read the text, highlighting important information and taking notes. Third, in your own words, write down the main points of each section. Fourth, write down the key support points for the main topic, but do not include minor detail. This is very important. Do not include minor detail because sometimes it is not considered as your content points. Okay. And last one, go through the process again, making changes as appropriate. Okay. So that's the review for our summary. I believe that you already received the soft copy for the slides and also the soft copy for the summary text that we are going to use this session for this session, okay? Okay, golden rules. Let us look at golden rules for summary. Okay, you must pay close attention to the instructions given and follow them if you are to write a good summary. So what are the instructions? What are the things that you need to find in the text? So you need to read carefully. You need to read the instructions carefully. What are the things that you need to find in the text? Keep to the word limit. Okay, word limit here, how many words that we have to write? that we should write the summary not more than 130 words, including the 10 words given. Okay, remember, if you write more than 130 words, the examiner will not count the points that you already wrote there. Okay, next, use only the area of text allowed. Here, if you can look at the instruction, okay, use the materials from line 11 to line 34, for example. So that is the area of the text allowed. You can draw a box there for line 13 to line 34, the one that mentioned in the instruction, so it's easier for you to look for the points. This is very important. Let's say you look for the points not in the line mentioned, that is not actually your content points and it will be useless for you to write it there. Okay. Next, write in continuous prose. Meaning here, you cannot write in points. You cannot jot down points for your summary because it should be in continuous form in a paragraph. Okay. And then summarize the benefits of and disadvantages of tourism. This is the examples of the question. Summarize the benefits and disadvantages of tourism. One of the examples for the summary. Okay, next. Okay, we are going to look at steps to answer a summary question. If no question, I will proceed here with the steps. Okay. Step 1. Read the text once to get an idea on what the text is all about. You must read first. You cannot just go directly to go and find the content points. It is very important for you to read to get a clear picture of what the text is about. Okay, that is step 1. And then, okay, step 2. Read the question. What is the question for the summary? And then identify the keywords. When you have identified the keywords, you can underline the keywords, easier for you to know. Okay. And then step 3, identify the content points. Okay, read again the text. Read each sentence in the text one by one. Ask whether the sentence answers the question. I repeat back. Read each sentence in the text one by one. So you are not going to miss any important details. Okay. Next, for step 3, okay, this is very important. If you are able to identify both main and supporting points, write either one in the summary. It is not encouraged to write the supporting points. Sometimes a supporting point is not accepted as the content point. Some of you, you did not get the points for the content because you write the supporting points. This is not considered as content points. So that's why it's very important for you to read again the sentence and identify whether this is the main idea or main points or whether this is the supporting one. So when you already identified that, you can put it in your summary because we only considered the main points, not the supporting points. Okay. Next. Okay, you may paraphrase ideas or sentences. However, make sure that the meaning are not changed. When the meaning are changed, this is not be considered as the content points anymore. So there will be no marks given for that. Okay. All right. Next, step 4. Write the summary. Write 10 content points only. Begin your summary with the 10 words given. So for the marks allocation for summary, we have 10 points for content, 5 points for language. So the total marks will be 15 marks. That's why you are required to identify 10 content points. So copy the points exactly from the text to avoid sentence errors and changing the meaning of the original text. Use sequence connectors like next, then, moreover, furthermore, lastly. Okay, so when we say here, to avoid sentence errors, so if you have many sentence errors, then your language marks will become low. You get low marks for your language. Okay, and add the sequence connectors, especially to, you know, to differentiate the points. We have a next, finally. Okay, all right, that is for step 4. So far so good. Any question? Okay, no question. No, we move on to the next step. We have step 5. Count the number of words and write it at the bottom right of the summary. Make sure your summary is not more than 130 words, including the 10 words given. Count the number of words. Please count the number of words and put it at the bottom right of the summary. It will be easier for the marker and also easier for you to know whether you have enough content points or not. Okay, my advice will be you have to draw a box of 10 multiple 13 or 13 multiple 10, this box, for you to write your summary so you know whether you have enough words or not. So I'll show you the examples of the box that I have here. Okay. Okay, this is the examples of the box. Okay, so the first box will not be used because this is the paragraph. So you start with the second column. Okay, this is the box. This is the box for you to write your summary. Yeah. Okay, next we have step 6. Adhere to the word limit. Remember, 130 words. Anything short of the word limit means you are lack of content. Read your answer again. Make sure there are no spelling errors. So if you have if your summary is not exceed to 130 words, you have to read again the text and find other content points, because that means you are lack of content. So please read again your summary and then make sure there are no spelling errors, because this will affect your language marks again. Okay, you only have 5 marks for that. All right. Okay, please take note. Some questions require you to use your own words, and you must do so. Okay, pay attention to pronoun used in the questions when formulating your answers. Remember, rephrase the sentences using compound and complex sentences, but be careful not to change the original meaning to get better language marks for your summary. Okay, I refer back to the second point here. Pay attention to pronoun used in the questions when formulating your answers. Some of the questions we have a story where where the text use I as the pronoun in the story, but when we have to write the summary, we have to change the pronoun. For example, we have to change the pronoun to the writer, or he, or she. So it is based on the question that the summary wants. Okay, so pay attention to the pronoun. Okay, rephrase the sentences using compound and complex sentence. Anyone here want to share with us what do you understand about compound and complex sentences? Anyone? What do you know about compound and complex sentences? Anyone want to give examples? You can write the answers in the chat box there. Why do we need these compound and complex sentences? Okay, we need these compound and complex sentences to combine and to join the points, so easier for you to write your summary. Okay, let's look here. What is compound and complex sentences? Okay, this is an example of compound sentence. We have independent clause and independent clause. We have I drink green tea. The clause could stand alone as a sentence. But we put but there, they drink coffee. This clause also could stand alone as a sentence. So the joining method here, we use conjunction here. Okay, a compound sentence has at least two independent clauses. So we have I drink green tea, but they drink coffee. This is compound sentence. Can anyone give another example of compound sentence? Anyone wants to try? Compound sentence? Okay, I give you 2 minutes to think about the answers. Okay, we have Ainul Inshira. I. Is it I-O-V? Okay, Dayang Farisha. I love cats, but they love dogs. Oh, very good example, Dayang. And then we have Ainul Inshira. We like pizza and we like spaghetti. So we like pizza and spaghetti. Okay, you can write that too. Muhammad Farish Darwish. Compound sentence example. I like white and black color. Very good, thank you. Oh, next we have Aisyah Amanina. I really need to go to work, but I am too sick to drive. Oh, very good. Thank you. Any more examples you can try? Alia Zahra. I go to the library, but my friend goes to the canteen. I go to the library, but my friend goes to the canteen. Okay, good. Nuraina Wafa. I saw Sam yesterday, but he didn't see me. Good. Najibah. Okay. It is okay to be different because everyone has their own opinions. Very good. Thank you. Afiq Najmi. Okay. I play Mobile Legend, but they play PUBG. Oh. Very good examples. Okay, Mariam. I need to go to the canteen, but I'm too lazy to walk. Okay, good. Next, we have Annun. Annun, okay. She's cooking the meat while her sister is washing the dishes. Okay, good. Very good. Very good. Well done. Okay. Atika Nur Husna. She did not cheat on the test, for it was the wrong thing to do. Okay, she did not cheat on the test, for it was the wrong thing to do. Okay, good example then. All right. Thank you everyone for writing your answers. Now let's look at the complex sentence. This is compound sentence. Now look at complex sentence. So you can apply this compound sentence to write your content points in your summary. Okay? All right. Complex sentence. For complex sentence, we have dependent clause and then independent clause. Okay, meaning it cannot stand on its own. When the cake is brown, comma, sometimes a comma separate the clauses, okay. Remove it from the oven, independent clause. This clause could stand alone as a sentence. Remove it from the oven, only that can stand on its own. So that's why we need the dependent clause there. This is why we call this as complex sentence. When the cake is brown, remove it from the oven. So a complex sentence has an independent clause and at least one dependent clause. Okay. All right. So apply complex sentence and also compound sentence for your summary writing. Okay. Today we are going to look at to change the pronouns of the text. Okay. To change the pronouns of the text. Why is it very important for us to change the pronouns of the text when we write the summary? Why? Why do you think so? Is it correct if we use the different pronoun or we must use the correct pronoun when we write the summary? Okay, let's look at the examples here. Okay, first or second person. I, when the text stated that I, me, okay. The third person, the pronoun that we need to change, we change it to the writer, he or she, he for boy or male, she for a girl, a woman, okay. And then for the first or second person, when the text is he, okay, we can change the pronoun into the writer, the man, the boy, depends on the text. Look back at the text, and then this is specific for male, he. And then we have she. She, we can also refer it as the writer, the woman, the girl, and she is specific for female. His is belonging, so the writers. Make sure you got the correct apostrophe S. The writer, apostrophe S, the writers. And then the man, apostrophe S, the men's. And then the boys, this is the belongings, his. This is for male. Hers is for female. Okay, the writers, the women's, the girls, this is singular. And then when the text stated that we went to the picnic. And then when you write the summary, we have to change the pronoun because we didn't go to the picnic. So we have to change the pronoun. Change it into the third person, which is they. They went to the picnic. We change into they. Us, we change it into them. Ours, we change it into theirs. Okay, so these are examples of the pronouns that you need to change when you write the summary. And it depends back on the question and the 10 words given. Sometimes in the 10 words given, there are clues there whether you need to write it he or she. Okay. All right, let us try. Okay, writing a summary. Based on the passage, write a summary of how the writer described his day helping his sick mother. Your summary must be in continuous form. That's why we said earlier, you cannot write in points. Okay. Use material from line 1 to 48. This is where you get all the content points. And then not longer than 130 words, including the 10 words given. Begin your summary as follows. I woke up and heard my mother coughing in the ... Okay, so now for the summary, what is the pronoun that we need to use? Write your answers in the chat box. What is the pronoun that you need to use for this summary? His mother. Okay, his mother. Any other answer that you want to try? Read again the 10 words given. Then I woke up and heard my mother coughing in the ... So what's the pronoun there that you need to write? He woke up. The writer. Okay, I repeat back. Read again the 10 words given. Okay, begin your summary as follows. I woke up and heard my mother coughing in the ... Yes, very good. We have Atika Nohusna, I. Anum, I. Shazato Shah, I. But not she, I. Oh, you mean she replaced for my mother? Cannot. Shaza Akilah, I. Okay, good. Ainu Inshirah, I. Yes. Mariam, I. Yes. Farawida, yes. Ashraf Asman, I and my mother. Yes, very good. Because that's in the 10 words given. I, my mother. That's the pronoun that you need to use in the summary. Even though in the question, how the writer described his day helping his sick mother. That's in the question. But in the summary, I woke up and heard my mother. So that's the pronoun that you need to use. Okay, clear? Right? Thank you for responding. Okay. All right, next. Okay. These are, I already put out the content for the summary for you to look at. Okay, we already identified the points for you. Okay, when I woke, I heard my mother coughing below in the kitchen. Okay, so that is in paragraph 1, line 1. Then we have another point there. Paragraph 1, line 4. I saw her, unaware that she was being watched, collapse into a little armchair holding her side. That is paragraph 1, line 4. Next, paragraph 3, line 9. Go back to bed and I'll light the fire, I said. Okay, so these are the 3 points that we already identified for this summary, for the text. How we want to combine these points into and put it into the summary? We need to use the compound sentences or complex sentence. Okay, I'll show you how it turned out to be. Okay, this is the answers. I woke up. And we use and to join the sentences. I woke up and heard my mother coughing in the kitchen. Okay, see, when I woke, I heard my mother. We put and there. Okay, I woke up and heard my mother coughing in the kitchen. Full stop. I went downstairs and we put again and there to join the sentences. Saw her collapse into the armchair. Okay. See here, we only take the main points, not the supporting details. Okay. I went downstairs and saw her collapse into the armchair. Next, she had attempted to light the fire. I told her to go back to bed and that I will light the fire. Okay. I woke up and heard my mother coughing in the kitchen. I went downstairs and saw her collapse into the armchair. She had attempted to light the fire. I told her to go back to bed and that I will light the fire. So the colored words here, okay, this is how we use it for our compound and complex sentences. We join the sentences to become our content points. So from here, we have paragraph 1, line 1, paragraph 1, line 4, paragraph 3, line 9. We put it together and it becomes like this. Okay? So that's the examples of compound and complex sentences. So these are all the content points there. Okay. Any question on this part? All right. We move on to next one. Okay. These are another 2 points. Paragraph 7, line 17. I made her toast while I was about it. And the next point is, then I made the tea. Okay, how do you want to combine these 2 points? Okay, please write your answer in the chat box there. I made her toast while I was about it. Then I made the tea. Please combine the 2 sentences or the 2 points. Okay? And write your answers there. All right, we have Alia Zahra, the first one. Wow, very fast, very good. We have I made her toast and the tea while I was about it. So Alia used and there. Okay, correct? I made her toast and the tea by Atika Nohusda. Okay, good. This is a simple one without the I was about it. Also correct. I made her toast and the tea. Okay, anyone else? Or you have the same answers like them? Okay, let's look here. Yeah, correct. I made her toast and a cup of tea. So we use and that. Colored words is the use of compound sentence. All right, let's look at the next point. Paragraph 11, line 25 and line 26. I had my own breakfast alone by the window. And then I went out and stood by the front door to watch the children from the road on their way to school. Okay. Paragraph 14, line 30 and 31. Then I heated another kettle of water and cleared up the breakfast things before I washed my face and came up to the attic with my shopping basket, a piece of paper, and a lead pencil. Okay, now you can try to write the content points and make it into compound sentences. Please try. It will be easier for you. I think you better try the second one, paragraph 14, line 30 and 31. Only that. Paragraph 14, line 30 and 31. Okay. Make it into compound sentence. Okay, and make it as the content point. Okay, I repeat back my instruction. Okay, paragraph 14, line 30 and 31. Okay, make it into compound sentences to make it as your content points. Then I heated another kettle of water and cleared up the breakfast things before I washed my face and came up to the attic with my shopping basket, a piece of paper and a lead pencil. Remember, you have to identify which one is the main idea and which one is the supporting point. Anyone? How about Atika? Atika, can you try, Atika? Oh, Mariam? I saw Mariam's name just now. Mariam? Budak aku. Najibah, Dayang, okay, Mariam. Oh, I can't see the screen, teacher. My phone is lagi. Okay, okay, it's okay. Thank you, Mariam. I think seorang tak nampak kot. Okay. So I think most of you are having this kind of problem. So I show you the answers. Okay, this is how we want to put all these points, paragraph 11 and also paragraph 14. Okay, and put it as the content points. All right. I had my own breakfast alone, watching the children on their way to school. They told me to hurry, but I did not go as my mother was sick. Then I cleared the table, washed my face, and came up to the attic. Okay, I repeat back. I had my own breakfast alone, watching the children on their way to school. They told me to hurry, but I did not go as my mother was sick. Then I cleared the table, washed my face, and came up to the attic. As you can see here, okay, the difference here, you see, we don't write with my shopping basket, a piece of paper, and a lead pencil. That's the supporting points. Okay, and we use but, all the colored words here, as, and, to combine the points, to join the sentences. All right? Okay, next. Okay, this is, there are some dialogues here. Write it down, I see. Okay, if I haven't it written down, I might forget it and put strong in big letters. What will I get for dinner? As boiled eggs were the only dish I could manage. I more or less knew it would be eggs, but she told me to get the sausage as well in case she could get up. Okay, so how do we want to put the, how do we want to write these dialogues and turn it into sentences and put it as our summary writing? Okay, we also use these compound sentence and complex sentences. Okay, it will turn like this. I write down what mother wanted me to get at the chemist, a strong cough mixture. Mother also wrote down eggs, but she told me to get sausages too in case she could cook dinner. So we have also, but, and also could. Also, but, and could. So from all the dialogues here, line 36, 37, and 38, okay, we write it into these sentences. Okay, we use also, but, could. Okay, and then this is how you write your number of words, 130 words in bracket. Okay. So, these are all the examples for the content points that you can write. Okay, brief, B-R-I-E-F. When you write the summary, please remember this, B-R-I-E-F. What is brief? B-R-I-E-F. We have B. B is for box. What does it mean by box? What does it mean by box? Box meaning you have to draw the box for your summary. And then read, B-R-I-E-F, R is for read. Read is, you must read the text. Okay, read the text carefully. All right. The third one is I, identify. Okay, identify the main points and the supporting details. So you have to differentiate it. So the important thing is to identify the main points to put it as your content points. That's why we have E, extract. Extract the supporting details. And F, we have finalize. Finalize your summary, read again. You have to read again to make sure that you don't miss any content points and to make sure that you get enough number of words. Okay, so let's write. This is the examples of the summary. The first column, we leave it blank there. Okay. This is the table just now. So we put all our content points there. I woke up and heard my mother coughing in the kitchen. I went downstairs and saw her collapse into the armchair. She had attempted to light the fire. I told her to go to the bed and that I will light the fire. I told her to go back to bed and that I will light the fire. I made her toast and a cup of tea. This is the one that you did before. You joined the sentences. I had my own breakfast alone, watching the children on their way to school. They told me to hurry, but I did not go as my mother was sick. Then I cleared the table, washed my face, and came up to the attic. I write down what mother wanted me to get at the chemist as strong cough mixture. Mother also wrote down eggs, but she told me to get sausages too in case she could cook dinner. So this is the one in the box. Okay. This is the same like this one. See? As you can see here, the pronouns are I, my mother. Okay. She refer to my mother. Okay. And then I told her, her refer to my mother. Okay. My own, my. They is not referring to I and my mother just now. They is referring to other people there. Okay. In the story. Then I, and then mother again. Mother, she refers to the mother. All right. Okay. For further exercise, teachers can try other exercise by changing the pronoun in the question. Okay, just now, okay, I explained this first. This is the summary for the text, the complete summary, okay, 130 words. So for your exercise later, after we finish with the session, okay, I need you to change all the pronouns into she. I repeat back, okay. This is the full summary that you already got in your soft copy for the slides, okay. And then the thing that you need to do is you need to change the pronoun because this is exercise for pronouns. Okay, change the pronoun in the summary into she. This is the example from the 10 words given. Okay, the 10 words, I woke up and I heard my mother coughing in the ... So the exercise here need you to change the pronoun. So you have to change it. She, I change it into she. She woke up and I again change into she. She heard my mother. So my mother, you have to change it to her mother coughing in the ... Okay. So I think we try with the first sentence here to so that you can have a clear picture of what are the things that you need to do. Okay, I woke up and heard my mother coughing in the kitchen. So you change that. She woke up and heard her mother coughing in the kitchen. Full stop. So then you continue all until dinner. Okay, so that will be the exercise for you for the summary slot, and later you can show your answers to your teacher. All right. So before I end my session, any question that you want to ask, feel free to ask question. You can turn on your microphone or you can type your question in the chat box there. Any question? Okay, Mariam, thank you. No question. How about Aisha, Hafiz? Aina Wafauke, no. Hafiz Lowi, no. I think it's all clear. Okay, thank you. All right. No question. Afiq Najmi, tiada. Okay, no question. Lokman, none. Okay. Okay, none, no question. All right. I hope it's very clear. I hope my explanation is clear. Okay. All the best for your SPM. Please score the summary part because it contributes many marks for your paper 2. So make sure you get all the 10 content points for your summary. Okay, Hidayat Akila, clear. All right. Okay. Thank you. That's all from me. And I will pass this session to my friend. Thank you, everyone. Dah boleh bangun dah? Tak tutup pun ni. Aduh. Test. 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 1, 2, 3. Clear. Dekat lagi. Test mic. 1, 2, 3. Hello, test. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good morning to all. Okay, it's me, Puan Norhani Metinordin. Okay, hi guys. I hope everyone's still fresh and going to continue to question 33, that is the novel questions. Okay, are you ready?
Okay, let's see how to answer question 33. That is your novel questions. Okay, I hope that everyone still remember the format. Okay, this is in paper 2, section D, question 33. Just now you have done your question 31, that is summary. And we skip question 32, that is the poems. Okay, because I think the poems, you can learn it by yourself or you can revise it at your own schools later on. Okay, for this question 33, there will be one general question that touches on an issues shared by the three different novels. The novels are Captain Nobody by Dean Pitchford, Dear Mr. Kilmer by Anne Schraff, and Sing to the Dawn by Min Fung Ho. So Sing to the Dawn is what we learned this year, right? Okay, so let's look at the next. Okay, so this is the questions. The following are the novels studied in the literature component in English language. Okay, so you can see the questions like this. Okay, you have the list of novels there. Sings to the Dawn by Min Fung Ho, Dear Mr. Kilmer, Captain Nobody, and you have to read the questions carefully. Choose any one of the novels above and answer the question below. So make sure you take your time, read the question carefully and understand it. Write about one character whom you like in the novel and describe how this character has influenced you. So that is the questions. Okay, as you can see, there are a few layers in the question, just like you have in your paper 1 questions. Okay, and then there's the mark written down there. The marks is 15 marks. Okay, so let's see the marking scheme. So for the novel, we have 15 marks allocated for this question. The marks are divided into 2. There is 10 marks for the response and 5 marks for the language. There is no specific marking scheme for the novel questions. It means that we are not giving you marks according to what point that you have. For example, you have 2 points, we have to give you 5 marks. So it's not like that. We are marking it holistically, okay? So far, is there any questions regarding this? I hope you still remember the questions. Okay, let's look at the scoring at a glance. So, I don't think that your group will get 0 marks. If you get 0 marks, it means that you do not write anything or you leave it blank. Okay, don't do this. Even though you have a limited time, please attempt the questions. Then score 1 to 2. It means that your answer is not related to the questions. That's why it is crucial that you read the question carefully. Okay. You got that's not because you don't understand the question and you write memorize answer. Okay, so it is forbidden for you to memorize the answer. But if you have answered the question, then you will get more marks than that. You write it in other languages, such as in BM or other language. So you will get lower mark. For score 3 to 4, your answer is slightly related to the questions, but there is no evidence. What is evidence? The evidence is the plot of the story, okay? And then your answer is difficult to understand. So you will get 3 to 4 marks. And then 5 to 6, you answer only half or a part of the questions. As you can see just now, there are 2 layers of the question, and if you only answered half the first layer, you will tend to get 5 to 6 marks only. And again, if the evidence is insufficient, so you will get lower marks. And your answer cannot be understood. So please write neatly so that we can understand your point there. To get 7 to 8 marks, your answer must be relevant and usually supported with evidence. Okay, You answer all parts of the question. You have enough evidence, but some may not be relevant. So be careful of it. Your answers is organized. So it's good to have an organized answer. Your answer can be easily understand. Okay, so the last one, 9 to 10 marks. You will get this mark if your answer is relevant and well equipped with evidence. So you have your point together with the evidence followed by the point. You answer all the parts in the questions. You have enough relevant evidence and your answer is well organized. How to organize your points? How to organize your essay here? Do you know how to do it? Anyone know how to organize your essay? What you should do? Okay, we are going to look at it later. Okay, important elements of a novel. So you have learned the novel, you have read the novels. You must know all these elements. Okay, these are the elements or component of the novels. Characters, characteristics. Okay, who are the main characters? We have Dawan, we have Kwai, the father, Noi, the cousin, the head monk, and so on. And then, if you know all the characters, you must know well the characteristics. Okay, and then you have to know the plot too. If you do not know the plot, how can you write? Right? And the setting. What is setting? It can be the place setting and the time setting. Okay, next we have the theme, moral values or message or the lesson learned. And lastly, literary devices such as simile, metaphor, and so on. So because this is the last part in paper 2, you might want to think harder. Okay, so this question might come out when you are going to answer the novel question. There are so many things to memorize. Where should I begin? It's impossible to memorize everything. Don't worry, actually you don't have to memorize all. You have to understand the story well. If you understand the story well, then you can write the questions. I'm dead, help me. Please have positive mindset. The novel is not killing you. The novel asks you to enjoy the reading and to understand the story. Okay, the real important elements of a novel. So they are characters and characteristics, as I said before, Dawan, Kwai, so on and so forth, and the theme and the moral value. Okay, the plot also is important. Plot means the important events or the incidents happen throughout the story. Okay, you must know and master each of these elements before you can answer novel questions. So I hope and I believe everyone have done reading the novel. If you haven't done reading it, please do so before the examinations coming. So how to study? How to know your novel well? So the novel question can be divided into 3 different kinds. The questions always lingers around these elements: characters and characteristics, the theme and moral values, and also lesson that you have learned from it, and it can be freestyle. Okay, these questions will be which are shared between the 3 different novels. So we have one question for the 3 novels. Revision tips. What's the most important thing? First, you must know the plot of your novel. Okay, how many chapters in the novel? Can anyone answer the question? How many chapters in the novel? This is a bonus question for you. Anyone? You should know your novels well. So how many chapters in the novel? Is there anyone there? Hi? Where is everyone? I did so much talking just now, so I need you to speak up. Can anyone tell me? Alia Zahra, 13. Shazatul Shah, are you sure it's 13? Mariam, 13. Okay, yes, it's 13 chapters in your novel. Okay, thank you, Shazatul, Rahwana, Mariam, and Alia. When you know the plot, you will know the characters involved, their relationship, and their problem. Okay, so this you can see in the plot where you have the conflict there, and you have the climax and also the resolutions. Okay, this will help you to better understand the theme and the moral value of the novel. So if you know your novel well, you know the story, you can answer any question of it, either the theme or the moral values or any other questions. So we have exam tips number 1. Keep your answer organized. Okay, your answer here is your essay. How to keep your answer organized? First, you must write it in many paragraphs. Okay, don't write in just one paragraph like your summary. Don't get confused. In novel, you have to write in many paragraphs. Arrange your ideas. That is, from the strongest one to the weakest one. How to know that your point is the strongest one? Okay, you will have to first draft your points. So if you get lots of ideas from the points, so you make it as your first points of the first paragraph or the second paragraph, because first paragraph is your introduction. Okay, a well-organized answer will help the marker to find the points and evidences in the text. So that's why you need your answer organized. It is for the marker who's going to award you the marks. You make people's life easier, you will get the reward. Exam tips number 2, be as detailed as possible. I always remind my students this. If you are telling someone a story, you must tell the story in detail. You have to imagine that the people who is reading your answer do not know the story. So write it as detailed as possible. How to write it as detailed as possible? First, you have to mention the names of all the characters involved or the specific places where an event happened. Okay, then use important keywords directly quoted from the novel if that is possible. So that is why I say you have to know well the novel, so you can give your evidences clearly. The reminder here, do not cheat by creating your own characters, places or event. You may fall into the FE, we call it factual error. Okay, don't try hard to create another character. You will get lower mark if you do so. Exam tips number 3. Make the marker's life easy. This is very important because the marker have to mark about hundreds papers. So when your answers is organized and your handwriting is neat, so it's make the marker's life easy. How? Just now I mentioned to you, your handwriting must be neat and tidy. Don't use correction liquid or tape. I advise you to just strike a line of the words that you want to change and write next to it. Don't write on the top or below it. Just write next to it. Okay, so you can see it clearly and we can also mark it easily. Okay, it's okay if your handwriting is ugly as long as it is readable or intelligible. So make sure don't write too small. If you think that your handwriting is too small, try to practice from now. Write neatly and tidily. So this is what I asked you earlier. How to organize your essay or how to organize your answer. So this is the template. I believe that your teachers at your school have shared this before with you. Okay, so you should have lots of paragraph. So the left-hand side represent the paragraph, and this is what your essay should be. The first paragraph should be your introduction. What to be insert in your introduction? We are going to look at it after this. Second paragraph, it should be your first point together with the evidence and your personal response. Why we need you to put the personal response? Okay, so this will make your points is stronger. Okay, make your point stronger. Okay, then followed by the third paragraph, the second point. It will be the same that you have to provide your evidence and your personal response. And if you have more than 2 points, you can continue to the fourth paragraph and also write evidence, your personal response. And lastly, don't forget to put in your conclusion. As I always tell this to my students, your essay is like a burger. You know burger? Those who haven't taken breakfast, you may feel hungry right now. So it's like a burger. Your introduction is your top bun, where you have the sesame seeds on it. And your content point is your patty, your vegetables, mustard sauce, mayonnaise, whatsoever. And then the conclusion is your bottom bun. So if you have a complete burger, means that you can enjoy it. You are satisfied to have a complete burger. So that's like your essay. If you don't have your conclusion, what happened to your burger? You don't have the bottom bun. So your burger is not really tempting and it may all collapse. You cannot eat nicely. Okay, so imagine that your essay should have all these elements like a burger. So let's take a look back at the questions. Questions 33 just now. This is the same question I posted before. Write about one character whom you like in the novel and describe how this character has influenced you. So, who are the characters come to your mind that you like the most in the novel? Of course, Dawan, right? So Dawan have lots of characteristics. She is a very the strongest characters in the story as she is the main character. Okay, let's look how to write your introduction. Start your answer by lifting the keywords from the questions. Okay, one character whom I like in the novel Sing to the Dawn by Min Fo Ho is ... Okay, maybe some of you were shocked. In your introductions, I found out that some of the students may like to write the synopsis first. Okay, then you answer the questions. It's okay to have the synopsis first, but you must take care of the words choose and the tense. Okay, or you can have it like this. You just straight away answer the question. Okay, straight away answer the question. One character whom I like in the novel Sing to the Dawn by Min Fo Ho is, you must mention the novel. Don't forget to mention the novel. He or she has influenced me in many ways. So you already answered the question here. There are 2 layers of question just now. Write about one character whom you like in the novel, the first layer. And the second layer, describe how these characters has influenced you. So this is double cheeseburger, because you have 2 layers of question. Okay, so you have answered there. First layer, one character whom I like in the novel Sing to the Dawn is Dawan, for example. Second layer, she has influenced me in many ways. So what is in the dot 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 is dot 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 comma dot 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 and okay. So this is the one that you put your points in. So you put your points in your introductions straight away. So the markers can identify what are your points. Okay. This is the body or the content or where the delicious part of the burger. Your patty, your vegetables, your cucumber, your pickles, your mayonnaise, your black pepper sauce that is in your prosperity burger. Okay, before you start writing your body, arrange your point from strongest to weakest. Okay, here I have already given you the points. Point number 1, 2, and 3. Point number 1, brave. You like the character because she is brave. Or it is Dawan. Dawan is a brave girl. Next is write a detail of the event to show how brave Dawan is and how you are influenced. Okay, so you must know the story to tell about the detail of the events. Second evidence, caring. Dawan is also a caring person. Okay, that's why you like the character and it has influenced you a lot. Recall an event in the novel to show how caring Dawan is and how you learn from her. Okay. Evidence number 3, determine. Pen down an event in detail that shows Dawan's determination and how her action impacted you. So if you want to answer this question, you have to know well the plot. And if you think that determine, you can get more point, you can put it in the second paragraph or the first evidence. Point number 1, brave. What is another word for brave? Can anyone give me the answer? What is another word, other word to replace brave? What is other word to replace brave? Yes, good Shazatul, Ainul and Alia, courageous, courage. Yes, very good. Thank you for participating. Okay, it can be brave, courage, okay, bold. Okay, so sometimes in the question, they don't give you the normal word or the usual word, familiar words such as brave or whatnot. It can be what so the question here is different. Okay. You can use this point, the words brave, you can change it into courageous. Okay, later on for you to write your point. Dawan walked to the temple alone to seek help from the head monk with the hope that he would convince her father to permit her to study in the city school. She had talked to the head monk courageously. Look how the words brave is changed into the word courageously. And she retorted heatedly in the conversation with the head monk. The influence, okay, should I face any problems in my study, I will muster all my courage to seek for help. I will go to the school counselor to ask for advice on my own. Okay, try to expand the underlying points by using the event in the novel to make your response more detailed. So what I've given here is just a sample and then it's not very much in detail. So there are underlined points here. I need you to expand the underlined points in these samples using the evidence from the novel. Okay, someone please, you can try to write it in the chat box, how you expand the words underlined here to make your points stronger. That is, convince her father. How she convinced? How to make her father convinced to permit her to study in the city school. She talked to the head monk. How she talked to the head monk? And she retorted heatedly in the conversation with the head monk. Okay. Can someone try how to expand this? So you have to write in detail why she need to convince her father. How she talked to the head monk courageously. Can someone answer it? Write in the chat box. Anyone? You need me to call out name? Okay, we choose the active one. Mariam. Ainul Inshira. Can you share your answer? How you expand this point? How you elaborate on the underlined points there? Alia Zahra, sorry. Why Dawa need to study in the city school? There are lots of sentences that you can elaborate on it. Where is everyone? Are you looking for burger? Dawan walked to the temple alone to seek help from the head monk with the hope that he would convince her father to permit her to study in the city school. So Dawan need the head monk to talk to her father to convince her father for her to go to the city school to learn about the law, to fight for the injustice happen in the village. She had talked to the head monk courageously. She talked about she wants to get education and want to change the village's lifestyles. Okay. She retorted heatedly in the conversation with the head monk. This is when the head monk said that she is just a mere schoolgirl. Dawan became frustrated and she went out to the temple crying. And this is where Dawan feels like giving up. Okay. Let's move to the next one. Point number 2, caring. So we know that beside Dawan is a brave person, she is also a caring person. Okay, caring towards her brother, that is Kwai. The event here that shows that Dawan is a caring person is, it was raining and Dawan returned from the marketplace. Earlier that day, Kwai had pushed Dawan at the marketplace in an argument. On the way home, Dawan wanted to stop by the old bridge, but Kwai was already there. Dawan gave the faded orange umbrella to Kwai. Kwai decided not to fight for the scholarship. I have this point written in this such way, but when you are writing your answer, you have to put it in paragraph. Okay, this is one to show you what is the event and what is the influence. So the influence, you like the character because that one is caring, and what has influenced you. Okay, I learned from this incident that as sibling, we must care for one another. I must not hold grudge against my brother or sister even after an argument. After all, blood is thicker than water. Then again, we have these underlined points. Okay, the underlined points here, Kwai had pushed Dawan. Okay, when you tell a story, people will tell a story like this, people will want to know how it happened. Kwai had pushed Dawan. So what makes Kwai push Dawan? Okay, and then what happened to Dawan after she has been pushed by Kwai? So that is the point that you must elaborate here. Okay, how Kwai pushed Dawan and what happened after that? At the marketplace in an argument. The word argument here, okay, can be anything. So you must make it clear what kind of argument. So you have to elaborate the argument. On the way home, Dawan wanted to stop by the old bridge, but Kwai was already there. Dawan gave the faded orange umbrella to Kwai. Why Dawan gave the umbrella to Kwai? So this shows that Dawan is care towards Kwai. She gave Kwai the umbrella because Kwai was sneezing continuously. The setting happened. In the event here, it's raining heavily. So Kwai sit on the bridge under the heavy rain. So because of Dawan had shown the care towards Kwai, Kwai decided not to fight for the scholarship. So here, I want any one of you expand the underlined points. Tell me how Kwai pushed Dawan and what happened to Dawan. Expand the first point first. Kwai had pushed Dawan. How you elaborate on that point? I'm giving you 5 to 10 minutes to elaborate on the first underlined point. Kwai had pushed Dawan. Elaborate on it. Anyone? Or maybe you are writing it down now. Just the first point. Kwai had pushed Dawan. How Kwai did it? And what happened to Dawan after that, after the incident? Okay, Alia Zahra. Kwai had pushed Dawan rigorously due to hit Bao, who had accused him as a bully to her sister. Okay, good job. And that is what actually happened because Bao Bao accused him as a bully to her sister. So that's why Kwai pushed Dawan. Okay, good, Alia. Next, Mariam. Kwai pushed Dawan away when she tried to stop him from hitting Bao. Yes. Dawan landed on top of the pile of broken bird cages, injuring her ankle. Yes, it's very specific there. She injured her ankle. Aiman. Kwai pulls himself away from Dawan and pushes her. She falls on top of the broken bird cages. Pull himself away from Dawan. Okay, and push her. She falls on top of the broken bird cages. You can continue with what happened to Dawan. She injured her ankle. Good, very good. So you already answered there, Mariam, what kind of argument? The argument happened because Bao accused Kwai for being a bully to her sister. So that's why they came out with the argument. Okay. Next, look at the last point there. Kwai decided not to fight for the scholarship. How Kwai decided not to fight for the scholarship? What would he do? How Kwai acted towards the scholarship after this event happened? What did Kwai do? You know that Kwai became second in the examination to get the scholarship, and he didn't want to promise Dawan that he would tell the father that he got the second. Okay, so what Kwai will do? You have to elaborate on the point. Kwai decided not to fight. So what he's going to do about it? What he is going to do about it? He decided not to fight. How you expand the point there? How you elaborate on the point there? Anyone? Okay, Dayang Farisha. Why decided to give Dawan the chances to go to the city after thinking about how hard she tried in pursuing her father to let her to go to the city. He did not want to break her heart. Okay, so Kwai decided to let Dawan to go to the city. Okay, good Dayang. So it means that, okay, Kwai is telling the father to let Dawan go to the city. Okay, next we have Atika. He helped Dawan to encourage father to let her go to the city. Yes, because in this point, Dawan showed that she's caring towards her brother and Kwai wants to repay it. So Kwai encouraged the father to let Dawan go to the city. As you know, the father always listen to Kwai as Kwai is his son. Okay, as you know that the theme of the novel here is the gender discrimination, where male are superior than the female. Okay, good. Anyone want to try? Maria, Kwai decides not to fight for the scholarship because he thinks Dawan deserves the scholarship. Kwai helps Dawan to talk to their father. Yes, that's good. So this is how you elaborate the point of Kwai decided not to fight for the scholarship. Okay. It must be related to the father. Okay, so remember when you put in your points, you should write the plot or the event in details as if people won't ask you more question about it. How he decided, how Kwai pushed Dawan. So you have to write it in details so that the markers will not ask himself, why it happened? Why this happened? Okay. And then you must follow up with your personal response. That is the influence there. I learned from this incident that as siblings, we must care for one another. I must not hold grudge against my brothers or sister even after an argument. After all, blood is thicker than water. Hubungan adik-beradik tu is stronger than anybody else. Okay, now let's look how to write point number 3. Okay, point number 3, determine. What is determine? It means that you work hard to achieve something. You will never give up. Okay, so the event that shows Dawan is a determined person is Dawan came up first in the examination and won the scholarship to study in the city school. her father objected her to further her study in the city. Dawan, accompanied by her mother, walked 3 kilometers to her cousin Noi's house to seek for help. Though Noi's response was discouraging, stating that the city is ugly and cruel, Dawan did not give up. Okay, so you can see there are 1, 2, 3 underlined points. That later you are going to expand it. And the influence or your personal response. This incident has brought realization to me not to give up in any situation. No matter how much difficulties I face, I must continue to look for solution. Okay, now look at the first underlined point. The father objected her to further her study in the city. How did her father do to show that he objected her to further her study in the city? What was his reaction? You remember this is in chapter 3, when she reached home, she's going to tell the father about the results. And when she told the father, what her father reaction towards that? Elaborate on the first point. Elaborate how the father react to Dawan's news. Do you remember what happened? Was the father happy to hear the good results? Did the father tell Dawan that he's going to have a party because of the good result? Yes, Mariam. The father was not happy. Yes, he was not happy. Why? So I can ask you question. That means you need to elaborate. Atika, the father was angry and told Dawan that she had take her brother chance to go to the city. Yes, it is in the text. The father scolded her. Then he told Dawan that she has taken the chance, the brother's chance to go to the city. I know Inshira, he said that sending girls to further her study is wasteful. Yes, the father didn't agree to send Dawan to go to the school. It is such a waste. The father blames her for snatching her brother's chance of getting the scholarship and walks away angrily to the rice field. Yes, I think it's taken from the novel clearly, Jamilatu Wardah. Okay, good. Alia, father only said that it's a waste for girl who continues her education. Yes, because the father only want Kwai to further his study. Mariam, her father told Dawan that she did not deserve it because she is a girl. Oh, yes, thank you, all of you. So, in order for you to make it clear, you have to expand the point. You have to make it very clear so that people will not ask you more questions about it. Okay. Dayang Farisha, since her father is a male chauvinist person, she did not give Dawan the permission to go to the city. For him, it is such a waste for girls to further their study, because they will end up taking care of the children and the house. Yes, that's very good. So this is the gender discrimination of the father. Okay, thank you. Now let's look at the second point. Walk 3 kilometers. Dawan accompanied by her mother walked 3 kilometers to her cousin Noy's house to seek for help. Can you elaborate on the point, on the underlined point? For this one, you have to come very clear that at first, the one who suggested to go to Noy's house was the grandmother. Then the mother called them and she said that the grandmother is not strong enough to walk 3 kilometers away. And the mother left the baby underneath the house. I think that's the funny event there, because the mother left the baby underneath the house with chicken around. So that's why the mother accompanied Dawan to go to Noy's house. Elaborate on walk 3 kilometers to her cousin Noy's house. Three kilometers is a very long way. So what can you describe there? You should know that this event happened after school, when Dawan reached home, and then the grandmother suggested they go to Noy's house. So it is in the middle of the day. Why they need to go to Noy's house? You can also elaborate on that. Parawida, Kwai wants to know more about the city. Are you sure? Parawahida, Kwai wants to know more about the city. But good try. You are brave enough to share your opinion. So who wants to know more about the city? Ainul Inshira. They hope that Noy and Gan will help Dawan to persuade her father to let her studies at the city. Yes. That is one of the objectives why they went to Noy's house, so that Noy and Gan help to persuade the father so that Dawan can go to the city. Why? Why must Noy and Gan? He decided to go to Noy's house to find out if the city is good place for girls to study. Okay, Putri Nur Sabrina, yes. That is their objective. They want to know if the city is a good place for Dawan to study. Besides, they want Noy and Gan to help to persuade the father. Atika Nur Husna, Dawan and her mother walked to the Noy's house to ask Noy about the city. This is because Noy had once stayed in the city and worked there. So that is the point. Because Noy have been to the city before, worked there and lived there. Maria, initially Dawan's grandmother wanted to accompany Dawan to go to Noy's house because Dawan wanted to know more about the city. It is because Noy had stayed in the city. Yes, good Mariam. Good Atika, good everyone. Okay, thank you all. Okay, next let's look at the last point there. Dawan did not give up. How? What's point? What's evidence shows that Dawan did not give up? Can anyone share? What lines? Okay, how? Dawan showed that she did not give up. If you just write like that, Dawan did not give up. People will ask more questions. How? What shows? What evidence that show Dawan did not give up? So you have to expand more. You have to write more to make it clearer. I need to get one answer for this, then we can continue till the end because it's already 11:30. One answer for this. What evidence shows that Dawan did not give up? After Noi said that she refused to persuade the father. Okay, she said that it is a cruel and filthy place for girls like Dawan to go to the city. She visited the head monk after that. Okay, so yes, she did not give up. So she went to visited the head monk after that. It shows that she did not give up, yes. After heard about Noi's opinion about the city, Dawan was not give up and wanted to see the city for herself. So that's the point, yes. So she said that she wanted to see the city for herself. This is when she looked at the postcard on the Noi's house walls. So she said that she wants to see the city by herself. Sazatul Shah, Putri Sabrina, she spoke out for herself. Okay, and convinced her father that more education will be useful for her, yes. Instead of giving up, Dawan created another plan to go to see people to achieve her dream, yes, as who said just now, go to see the head monk. She still insists to go to the city, although not try to discourage her, yes, Hafiz Kowi. No, Aina, Dawan did not change her mind to go to the city and she wants to see the city for herself. Okay, that's good everyone. Looks like okay, it looks like everyone's know the story very well. So Dawan did not give up. I can conclude that she wants to see the city herself. And to show her determination, she planned to go to see the head monk. Okay, I have a bonus question for you. What triggered Dawan to see the head monk? What is the, what makes Dawan want to see the head monk? How Dawan get the idea to see the head monk? How Dawan get the idea to see the head monk? After Dawan won the scholarship, okay, the father objected her, and then they want to see Noi. Noi refused to help her, and then what makes she got the idea to see the head monk? Hafiz, because most of the people in the village trust the head monk. Yes, it's true, but there is one event that trigger Dawan to, yes, I know Dawan thinks the head monk is unbiased. That happened after Dawan met the head monk. Yeah, I know Inshira. Okay, she found that the head monk is an unbiased person after she met him. Muhammad Aiman, she saw a monk bathing at the river, yes. It happened the night after the dinner. Okay, chapter number, if I'm not mistaken, chapter number 4. Okay, after dinner, the father didn't want to talk about it. Yes, Jamilatul. After dinner, the father didn't want to talk about Dawan has won the scholarship. And because of disappointment, Dawan went out to the river and she saw a monk bathing in the river. Then she thought that, oh, I must meet the head monk because the head monk is the respective person in the village. So the father will listen to the head monk and the head monk will persuade her father to let her go to the city. Muhammad Farid, because she thought the head monk is positive-minded and would give her good advice. Yes, that's the point. She wanted to see the head monk because she thinks that the head monk has positive-minded and the head monk always have lots of good advice for the people in the village. Okay. So my question just now, who answered it correctly just now? Hafiz, Aiman and also Jamilatul. Okay, you can ask your teacher for the reward when the school open. I remind your teacher. Okay, Aiman and Jamilatul. So when you have elaborate on the points, okay, you must add in your personal response. This incident has brought realization to me not to give up in any situation. No matter how much difficulty I face, I must continue to look for solution. So it shows that you like the character of Dawan because she is a determined person. Okay, so we come to the conclusion. One paragraph using keywords from P1, P2 and P3. What is P here? It is the point. Point number 1 just now is brave. Point number 2, caring. And point number 3, determined. To give your personal responses. So in conclusion, you must always conclude all the points. From the attributes of Dawan, who is brave, point number 1, caring, point number 2, and determined, point number 3, I have learned to apply these good values in my life. I shall be courageous to go all out to seek advice or any form of help in my studies. I have acquired the value to care for my siblings and love them wholeheartedly. Last but not least, I fully understood the meaning of not giving up and shall continuously do my best to fulfill my dreams. Okay. So, your conclusion, you must remember to summarize all your points that you have written down before. Okay. And write the lesson that you have learned from the novel. You must make it clear of the point that you have discussed in your essay. Okay. Before we end our session, what do you understand from this lesson just now? What did you get from the lesson just now, from this session? Anyone want to share? What did you learn from this session? You may write it down in the chat box. What did you learn? Did you learn something new or you already know all of these elements before? Okay, Maria. We need to write the answer like a burger. Yes. Make sure you have a complete burger. Alia, how to elaborate the event specifically and detail. Yes, very good. You need to elaborate so that we, the markers, understand your story very well. Okay, thank you for sharing your thought. Okay, I hope that everyone will learn something from today's session, and I wish you all the best for the becoming SPM examination, and we hope that you will get easy question for you to answer, and all the best. See you around again. Okay, bye. Thank you. Oh, thank you dah. Thank you. You're welcome.
Terus itu. Biasa kalau dalam berita.
Session for TAT. Sorry.
English only.
Oh, for English.
Online session. The last
Online.
session.
Yes, the last session for English. Okay. Any?
So we hope
Apa next session?
that you can get all the things that we share and apply it in your study. Okay, all the best.
Besok ni.
Okay, I wish you all the best too.
Okay, just to provide some.
Pro.
Only 3 people left.
Three only.
One
Kita je lah. Dah keluar. Tak ada nak.
Apalah, okey lah.
Okay dah. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Laju dia keluar. Apa ada tu?
Sejam.
Oh,
Mak nak guna handphone dah balik. Mak nak cek.
Dia nak habis.
Anak dah lama pulang.
Siapa yang